a little bit more traffic today. Welcome back to Panama. We are on our way up to our land to try to build a little patio to sit on.
And maybe cut some stairs into the big hill in the back so I can do some painting.
But first we need to pick up some patio stones, and that means a quick stop at Coches. Well, not really a quick stop. Nothing here is quick. But here we go with 8 little patio stones. And now we can head up to our land. We are about half an hour off the Pan American Highway with some pretty steep uphill sections of third and even some second gear hills.
All right, trip 1 up the hill from the van. Let's see how far we get. It's a little bit steep. I cut some stairs in last time we were here, but I think it's rained and the plants growing on top are a little bit slippery. There you go. So we're gonna go up here. Oh, and see if we can make a flat spot in the shade. Did Krista make it up the hill? She did. Now the hill that Krista hasn't made it up is this hill. So I'm gonna cut some stairs in here like I did back there. But this nice flat spot here is where we're gonna put our patio stones. I just have to make 8 trips up the hill with patio stones, a trip with chairs. What else do we need? Shovel.
First thing I need to tuck my socks into my pants so I don't get ants up my pants.
Our lot is about 400 meters or 1,300 feet above sea level, so the temps here are slightly cooler, which is nice. Right, let's start the patio.
Oh, that's a lot of work. I should probably have a drink.
And with all the heavy work done, Krista can set up our little portable camp table.
And just like that, we have a patio.
Now I can start painting.
Although this location has some good views, it's much better from the top of the hill. Hence the reason why I'm going to start cutting some stairs into the hill so Krista can get up there. Here we go. Let's give it a test to see how we are so far.
Okay,
Need 2 sticks.
maybe.
You see the zigzag?
Yep. That's not bad. I could get up here with more rocks.
With more rocks.
I mean, more
Get up the
rocks
rest
up
of the
there.
I don't have any more rocks, but how about little bananas? I don't know if you can tell, but Krista's 2 feet away from me in the same height up the hill.
As Krista adds some rocks to the lower part of the path, I continue to build roughly along the line of this fallen tree, and after a while, it's time for another try. I found that after cutting the path into the muddy dirt, adding a layer of plant matter to the surface stops the mud from sticking to your shoes.
Easy.
So far.
First time to the top.
Now that we've conquered the hill, it's time to move some nuts.
We have also found a couple of coconuts that we're going to relocate, assuming they came from our neighbor's palm tree. So they've just started to grow and just rooted, and this is kind of where we're hoping our driveway will be, from the street in here up there. Certified good root.
We are moving these near the end of the rainy season, so they may not survive the move, but what do we have to lose? We also want to get a better idea of where the driveway will be, so adding some flagging tape at a couple of measured points to help visualize what I had modeled earlier, if we can get it done before it rains any harder.
Well, it's stopped for now. We've got a couple markers in for the driveway down where Krista is. Should be going from about there to about there.
And after our tape measure jammed up, we have to measure the other end in stages, but it gets us roughly where we should be. And since we have the tape measure out, we go back up the hill to get a rough idea of where different size structures would come to from the back markers of the property. Measuring on this steep of a hill is hard to get accurate, but at this point, we're just looking for a general idea. See that rain in the distance? Yeah, it's coming.
So from that rock to this stick is actually 9 feet. So I need to go 6 past here. So pretty close to where that stump is actually. That's about 30 feet from 10 feet in from the edge.
I think we waited too long. We're trapped under our tree in the rain. It's pretty rainy out here.
Thankfully, the rain seems to come in short bursts, so we won't have to wait long.
Well, I think we found a gap in the rain just long enough to finish marking out where the driveway should be and put a couple points in the ground for measurements so that we can design the house on the hill. And the driveway should be, for now, ending around here. And then it kind of swings around the edge of the hill right here from that rock roughly to the stick or tree. And then kind of cutting in here. So it'll be level on this side and cut in there. And that should bring us along here in between these trees here. And then starting to curve this way down here to the markers that we put down by the road. That's the plan. Let's see what they do.
This might be a bit easier to visualize. Here's the rough 3D model that I put together. But this trip isn't all about this land. We did actually spend some time at beaches.
So this spot is actually on the map as 2 different named beaches. Well, maybe not 2 different. That is indicated as Playa Teta, and this is indicated as Playa Panama. Don't know which one's which or where the divider is, but here we are. It is very low tide right now. I'll stick the tide thing here. So this is probably about as much of this beach as you'd ever see.
A lot of the beaches in this part of Panama are a mix of black and white sand, which makes for some interesting patterns. Some beaches are quite isolated and off the beaten path, and for a 2-wheel drive open diff vehicle, the Hi-Ace does pretty well over very uneven surfaces. May not look like a lot, but check out that articulation. This is Punta Chame Beach. It's a long way out and some of the road is in absolutely horrible condition, but the beach is huge and again, it's deserted.
Well, as dark as the clouds are over there, it's still okay to walk on the beach. It's not pouring rain yet. Good beach?
This is a beach everyone can enjoy, even your cartoon superheroes. We think these birds were feeding on sandflies or something that flies close to the surface of the sand. We can actually hear their beaks closing as they were flying around. It didn't seem to bother them that we were walking there, they just continued on with their day. Time to get back on the road or track or trail. The video really doesn't give justice to how uneven this road is. Now before we leave the Panama beaches, we do have one more to show you, and that is the beach right in front of our Airbnb. To the left of the break wall, it's nothing but rock and not overly inviting. But to the right, it's another empty beach in Panamanian paradise. Just remember to be cautious as you walk the beach, not to disturb the beach guardians. Maybe not this guy, but these ones. And after a quick foot rinse, we checked out the pool. And I swear, we didn't pay people off to stay out of these shots. There's just no one around. If you've never been to Panama, consider it. Otherwise, I think you're missing out. And just like that, our Panama adventure has come to an end for this time. Hasta la próxima.
Bye.